All right, here we go. Good morning, everybody.
Jan always looks shocked, so he does when he's not smiling.
Yeah. Well, it's the end of the day there, so that's good. Yeah. You seem more awake than like at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever.
I'm still drinking coffee.
All right. Okay, even at 5 o'clock, whatever time it is. Oh, yeah. So that's cool, but yeah, it does look completely different whether you tune in at like 4 in the morning or or this time of day. So this is actually a good time zone. Actually, it's perfect for me. It's 9 a.m. here in Mexico, and then Eugene, you said it's 4 p.m. there where you are. Okay, and then 5 p.m. and then and East Coast is a little bit late, 11 a.m. But the west coast of the U.S. and North America is 8 a.m. So that's not too early either, you know. Anyway, this is a good time slot for me. Anyway, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Let's see if I'm gonna screen share. I've got a little video to watch today on. If I share that. Okay, so you're seeing that graphic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, dust yourself off and keep moving. I just don't know how to share a different window than I brought this one up. That's the next thing to figure out, but let me stop that and then start sharing the video. The video is actually here. Okay. So dust yourself off and keep moving. It's a short 3-minute clip, but it's very inspirational to get the day going. Let's go.
No sound.
You got the sound now, Eugene?
No.
No sound.
Oh, no sound. Okay. Okay, hold on. There's another button I forgot. Okay, let me, that's not a default either. So let me stop that again because I don't know how to go back and forth. Start screen share. Okay, this little button, share sound. Like, why would I not want to share the sound? But okay. We'll try that again. And I'm going to put it on full screen here. You can find that. That's okay. We'll listen from here. Let me know if the sound's going.
Let me speak to that person that feels like they lost their worth or their value. This is a dollar bill. Now, if I go to the store and there's something for 90 cents, can I buy it with this dollar bill? Okay, all right. So the store and there's something for 85 cents and after tax it ends up being 96 cents. Can I buy it with this dollar bill? Okay, all right, so what if I ball the dollar bill up? Think about it now. Like, I just balled the dollar bill up, like, so it can't be worth $1 now. It's probably worth like 95 cents, right? How much you think it's worth? $1. Listen, y'all gotta pay attention. I just balled it up, so clearly it's not worth $1 anymore. All right, so maybe, what if I step on it? What if I stomp it? I just stomped it. How much is it worth now? Maybe 65 cents, 68 cents? It's still worth $1? Okay, what if I ball it up? What if I stomp on it and then I put it in the trash can and it's in here with some trash and it's around some beer and some gum and a bunch of other nasty stuff and some guy off the street pulls the dollar out, unfolds it. How much is it worth now? Maybe 82 cents? And come on, at least 92 cents? It's okay, all right, so what if I ball it up? What if I step on it? What if I put it in trash and then, watch this, I tear it in half? Think about it now, right? How much is it worth now? $1? I could tape it? Whoa, 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 shh, wait. Wait a second. I just balled it up. I just stepped on it. I put it in trash. I pulled it out. Then I tore it in half. And you mean to tell me I can pick the dollar up, I can wipe it off, and I can put some tape around it, and it's still worth $1? Then why why? If this dollar doesn't lose its worth or its value, then why do you feel like you've lost your worth and value? Because many of you feel like you've been stepped on, you feel like you've been pushed aside, you feel like you've been abandoned, you feel like you've been talked about, you feel like you've been abused, like someone took from you, someone hurt you, somebody took advantage of you, and deep down inside your core, you feel like you've lost some of your value. And I am here to tell you today that this dollar still has worth and value, because there are some men years ago who put value over this life and said that no matter what happens to it, it can still be taped back together, it can still be wiped off. And I am here to tell you that you were created and you're born and you're here and you have life and you have purpose and you have value. And though you've gone through some hard times and though you've experienced some depression and you might be wanting to hurt yourself and you might want to give up, I am here to tell you still got worth and value. And there is nothing that can happen that can take your worth and your value away. So what you gotta do now is you gotta pick yourself up. You gotta dust yourself off and you gotta keep moving.
That was awesome.
All right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I've heard someone else say that same thing before, but just listening to it again, it's like amazing. It's like, and what I get from that is, you know, pick yourself up and dust yourself off, always taking the baggage from the past into the future. I mean, I've started many different business opportunities and businesses and all kinds of things. And those are always with me in the future. I think about that failure before. I think about all the hard work I did before. And with this project we're working on right here, I think that that's the biggest thing in my head. I'm going to do all this work and it's not going to work out. It's not going to eventually come together and like we want it to. So then I've got those thoughts from the past going into the future where I should be just, you know, focused. This is going to work. This is going to be amazing, you know, and without all those past experiences that we're bringing into the future, they don't need to be there. It's just like today is today. That's what we're starting, and this is going to work. And the work we're putting in is going to be awesome. So that's cool. Awesome. Good to see everybody. Hey, Tom. You don't have to talk, but it looks like you're on your way somewhere.
Yeah, I'm actually driving right now, but I wanted to get on.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome. Cool. Yeah, we got everybody from all over, so that's cool.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, that's great to see. This is really all over the world. You know, I'm in Mexico, and we're all connected. And where are you, Jan? Again, in the Netherlands, or? Oh yeah, you're on mute. Yeah, in the Netherlands, so that's cool. And hey, Tina, good to see you this morning too, again. Cool. Jan, do you want to start today about talking about what you mentioned yesterday in the chat about what you've been working on?
Yeah, I did over. I've made my first 2 videos, and I first brought them together. And then I started a discussion with Brady and with Eugene about my presentation, because I'm not English by birth. It's not my first language. So I'm very critical if it's understandable what I'm saying in my video. That was my first point. And then Brady told me 1.5 minutes, because I brought the whole message together in one video. 1.5 minutes is too long for Facebook in your message. So every time you put up a message with a video, it must be 1 minute or shorter. It's very important in our messages we are sending here now. That's one. So I did it over again and made 2 videos of it. Right. And then I showed them again, and okay, this was the way to start. And then what I did with the spreadsheet, I've went through a lot of friends on Facebook, and I've almost close to 4,900, so almost 5,000. And like Tina mentioned yesterday, there are many people you have never contact with. You have no idea. They came in 8 years or 10 years ago when you first started with Facebook. And okay, friends, no idea who these people are. But so I started filling my spreadsheet with people I want to approach.
Cool. Yeah.
And I look every single person, if they are in business or active. If they are not active, it has no use to approach them. They must be active. So at least this year, they must have at least 4 or 5 posts. They don't have to be very active, but at least they must be alive.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah, alive. Like they must have a pulse, or we used to say in the construction business, they need a warm body. There's a lot of people you tell something, tell them what to do. We used to call them cold bodies because they don't get it. That's cool. But you know what? Like even though it was 10 years ago that you became friends, you still have that history, even though you haven't chatted. And I'm thinking, I think you can tell when you became friends. Is that not right? Like 2005 or something?
Yeah.
Friends since 2005?
I think Facebook started in 2007, 2000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, around that. But doesn't it
7,
tell
8?
you when you became friends with somebody? What year?
You can find that out, yes.
Yeah, you can. And then that would be a cool open liner. Hey, we've been friends since 2008. We haven't chatted. Just, you know, if we're not going to chat, I'm going to take you off my friends list or whatever. It's just opening line like that, you know?
Yeah.
And see what happens.
But
you could send one of those messages to everybody that's where that's the case. Wow.
anyway, I've filled my my list now with people I want to approach, and I took a whole day for it. And I have now for the next 5 weeks, I have people I can send messages to, and I do this because to be prepared to not every day to look up for new people. I just go on. I send out messages. That's the reason I'm preparing once in a time with new people.
Right.
So I don't have to overtake it or think it. Who's next?
Right, because it's all set up, you know?
Yeah.
And that, you know, I think we don't realize, because that's at the stage I'm at too. We don't realize that's a lot of work setting that up. You have to kind of plan for it. You can't, you know, I just went and got going, but now I'm falling behind because I have all this stuff that I haven't completed yet, which I think is a good approach. Just get started and then figure it out the pieces. But all that stuff, once it gets to where you've got it, where you just don't even have to think, you just put in your time to get the work done. That's awesome. Yeah.
There's
and
a thing
and then that's endless too, right? Hey, Jan, like there's an endless amount of people you don't ever have to worry about, and it's fine.
Incredible. The only thing I wondering what happens with mutual friends of our team, and suddenly we 2 or 3 people sending out the same scripts.
Oh yeah,
What's
but you know what I do?
happening there?
You know what I do, Jan? I that's my first approach, because you could tell who's common friends, like who you're common friends with, and if it's one of us or Mark or something, I always send out a message saying, hey, are you in the stem cell business, or are you something that opens that lineups? And then they'll say, no, what's the stem cell business? They'll either say that or yes, I'm already. Oh, one person, I forget who it was, actually says, oh yeah, I'm on the meetings every week. Oh yeah, damn. Forget who it was. Because sometimes I just fire stuff off and it's like I don't even know who I'm sending it to.
There's an important thing I found out today. There was a girl who was interested and she said, are you FDA approved? And I asked LifeWave and they says it doesn't need to be FDA approved because we're not a medical device, we're a phototherapy device. So there you go.
That's cool. The other thing I'm looking for, just as a side note, is I've had some doctors that ask me for the protocols. And I don't really know what that is, but what I'm thinking, it's the, you know, what doctors need to do to recommend anything. So the patches, what they do, what they say, and all that stuff. So I don't know. So somebody can find that out. We can dig that up somewhere.
Do you not just sign them over to that the science tab?
Yeah,
Oh,
I do. And there's
somewhere.
some stuff in there. I think they're, and also the where the patches go on. I send them that too, because I think more what they're looking for is, you know, wear them once a day for 12 hours a day, 30 days. Don't, you know, drink water when you're taking them, that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what they're asking for. I'll let you know once I follow up with them to see what they actually need. Hey, Alice, did you have a comment?
I have a question for, is it Jan? Is that how you pronounce your name, Jan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I want to know, when you prepared your list for the 5 weeks, did you separate it by Facebook, by LinkedIn, or you just have them all on the sheet that Mark had?
I have them all in one sheet, and the thing is, I want to find out how to approach people with videos or video links in LinkedIn. I want to know how Mark does this. So my first 5 weeks are only for Facebook. But the thing is, I said it in the comments, and Tina mentioned it also yesterday, especially in LinkedIn, there are the people who love to build businesses. And they are professionals, and they...
Did he freeze?
Yeah, what
Lost
happened?
Jan.
Yeah, it's only Jan. That's good.
That's
Yeah, he's back. We lost you for a second there, Jan.
Oh, really? Okay.
We were talking about LinkedIn.
Yeah. The approach for LinkedIn, the great thing is, there are business people, and they are more likely to see the business part of LiveWave than only the product. So I want to find out how Mark approaches in LinkedIn, because I've said it in the chat. I still have no idea what to do with the same kind of video or video message you want to send to business people. That's what I want to find out from Mark. But
I'll
anyway,
ask him tomorrow night for you.
yes, please. And maybe he can show something in the so I can watch it in the replay. That will be great for all of us.
Yep.
And the thing is, for me personally, LinkedIn is a huge market. I have still many more contacts than Mark has, and he can't stand me because I have 17,000 and Mark has only 50.
Yeah.
I got one more question, please, for the group. My products are supposed to come today, my package, and I'm hoping it comes today. So I have not done my video yet. So is it best to, at least try it so that way I can honestly have a video to do for my first 2? So is that kind of how that goes? Make sure you're on the product so that you can do your video, the first 2 that Mark recommend?
For the approach with the scripts of Mark, you mean?
Yes, the first 2 videos that he had when I saw the LinkedIn post, I was told you're supposed to do your own video. So is that true or not true?
You don't need the patches before, because
Okay.
Mark made a script, and I can send you Brady's video, because Brady is making a simple live, and he only tells about the business.
Okay.
Nothing about the patches, just only about the stem cell business. That's all what he does.
Yeah.
So you can just make, watch the videos of Mark. And he, the patch demonstration are in his What Do I Now?
Yeah.
There he shows the patches.
Yeah, what do
And
I
you can
do? What
use-
do I do, right? What do I do?
Yeah, what do I do?
Yeah, what do I do? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and Alice, I would just, I would do some kind of video, if I were you, that just said, hey, I just got these in the mail. They just came today. They're patches. This is what they look like. I'm putting it on. A lot of people said it works. I'm just checking it out and whatever. And you're doing the business or whatever, because it's going to be worldwide, 100 countries, that kind of idea. You know,
Okay,
that way you don't have to, you know, I have a guy that wants to promote the patches and he hasn't even tried them yet. He doesn't care. So I had a hard time with that. But anyway, but I don't think you need to try them first. Just get something going. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. And I also think it's important to track in the spreadsheet where those messages came from and where they're going to. Facebook, LinkedIn. And then I even track, you know, Facebook in the business building group or work at home group or something from Facebook, because I think it's going to be important to go back later and say, hey, you know, LinkedIn's working better because, you know, this many people from LinkedIn made contact and nobody from Facebook. And then we were talking yesterday. And that's what you're saying too, Jan. It's a completely different approach from Facebook to LinkedIn. LinkedIn, people want to hear about business and opportunities, and that's what they're there for. Facebook, they don't want to hear we're social here. Just be social. We don't want to hear anything about pitches or business. It's kind of a very different thing, right? So yeah. All right. Anyone else got something to add? There's also, I noticed there's a reactions thing we can start using. This little thing here, the raise hand, because some people don't like to interrupt or whatever. But that, I think that just stays up there all the time. It's under reactions on the bottom, and then you can lower it. So once you've got your question, and that'll be cool, because I know even like me, I got lots. But when people are talking, you just think. You know, let them be, let them go. But I think it's working. Everything's coming together. I'm getting all organized, so I have all my scripts and my plan and everything ahead, and I've got the spreadsheet working, but it's not working as efficiently as it could because I'm just stopping and starting all the time on what I have put together. But I think it's better to start than not to start. And I think consistency, like we've been saying, is the key. Just be consistent, like daily. Once you take it off even for a day, you kind of lose momentum a little bit with anything, but with this too. So cool. Okay, if there's nothing else, I think we're going to wrap it up. They gave me a time limit warning here already. Tina, do you have anything to add today? You're okay. I don't see the duct tape today, so. You're on mute too, so. And you can unmute if you want. I didn't do that on purpose.
Give her the last words.
Oh, it's nice to see you guys.
Okay, that's awesome.
It says there's 7 minutes left on my timer.
Oh yeah, we got about 7 minutes. I think the shorter we keep this, the better, actually.
I suppose.
And
know there's
if we
nothing
got
more
stuff to stay, we'll just keep going on it.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll be back tomorrow with another day. I think the important thing is to get to work. Like the longer we spend talking about it, Which the talking is great, because I think everyone being
Share
together
ideas.
really helps out a lot. But the most
Hey, could I
important,
jump in for a minute?
who's that, Tom?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
as far as I hear of the general consensus, it sounds like a lot of people are creating their contacts, putting them in this spreadsheet, but they're not following through the next step. It kind of screws up your spreadsheet. Why not? I haven't even, this is something I haven't even begun to do yet either, but what I was thinking of doing was actually create a launch date of when I'm going to start, but propagate the thing based on that launch date. So all the dates are already up ahead based on that new launch date when I'm going to get started. And that's kind of going to force your hand that you've got to start at that particular date. And when you have everything already filled out, you know exactly who you're going to contact on every single day. And then you just, you don't think about it. You just go through the steps. Okay, I got to contact this person. I got to contact that person, that person. It's already planned out. You build up launch. In other words, days, not with today's date. You go fill out the entire spreadsheet, but then fill it out, maybe you want to start at the end of the month, November 1. You're going to fill that whole spreadsheet out, and you're going to fill it all up, and you're going to launch at that particular date where you've got it. If I don't go now, everything's going to be messed up. It forces your hand and build to that event if you can, Yeah,
and have everything ready, everything you're going to do, videos and messages.
You've got everything set up and ready to go, all formatted and stuff like that. The other thing too is make sure you track what platform you're on, maybe have a spreadsheet for each different platform.
Yeah. Well, I think
back and forth.
I think, Tom, if we make a column, just put a column in there, which is what I did for platform or whatever you want to call it. And then put Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. And then if you ever need to later, you can sort by that column.
Yeah. Anybody, if you're using Facebook, is anybody building a funnel with it, a friends list funnel as you do it?
Automatic?
No, well, what happens is if these people are your friends that you're reaching out to, okay, what you want to do is you want to go in your back office. You can't do this from a mobile device, but you do this from your laptop or whatever. You create a customized friends list, okay, and you can create a customized friends list, okay. What is it? October 18th through something. That's the name of the friends list. So anybody you prospected in that week is on that list. So what happens now is down the road, you want to do an impromptu follow-up that you're not even reaching out to them. You could pop a little video about a testimony or something and send it just to that list. And the people on that list get that video. That's the video that shows up. They don't realize that they're on a list because that list is just for you, but it's telling Facebook who you want who's able to watch. And now when they log on to Facebook and they see your stuff, they're going to see that, not knowing that they're on that specific list. And it's a piece of content that relates to what you've already started going. It's a way to actually take care of another follow-up. Facebook will take care of the follow-up for you.
Yeah. And and how is that working, Tom? Is that within Facebook? Are those?
Yeah, within Facebook. Yeah.
But they're not sponsored ads. They're not paid ads or sponsored ads. How do they get out to the?
No, it's a post, and you don't post it to the world. You post it to that list.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Create a customized friends list.
Yeah.
Go on your laptop, scroll down on the left side. You get to where it says friends. Hover your mouse over it, and it'll say friends list. And you click on it, it'll add to create a new friends list. And you can create one. I create them for health and wellness people and MLM, all different types of lists. So now if I want to do multiple posts during the day.
That's a great idea.
Targeted for that specific niche there,
Yeah.
I have
Great.
directions for that now. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, that's great. I'm going to take a look at that today, actually. And that
Thank you,
that could
Tina.
be where the follow-up is every time. You don't have to track it. Just send it to that whole list. Well, I guess it has to go by the day then. But anyway, that's
hands-on follow-up. But this just takes care of an additional exposure. And it's good that they log in to see that. They'll know where they are in the routine based on that data, that list. And you get information. Now you got people that you can send specifically life because you've already opened the can. You've already let the cat out of the bag of what you're doing. So you don't have to be so invested in that, you know?
right. Okay, we caught a bit of that. You're breaking up a bit.
One needed
there.
a- one needed
It's
a
kind of like taking the
translator.
words in between, but I think I got
One needed
that.
a translator there.
But that usually happens. But we'll go over that again. We got to wrap this
Yeah.
up. We got our time clicking down here.
Less than a minute.
Yeah, less than a minute left. I don't know what less means. Does that mean 10 seconds or? Anyway, so we'll all say goodbye for today, and it was good seeing everybody and,
Take care.
and great information
Bye.
today.
John.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Hi, Jan.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jan. That's funny. Okay, awesome. Have an awesome day.
No worries.
You guys.
Bye.